What is going on, everybody? This is Dan from Dan Motor Music, and today we're going to be focusing on being self-taught, especially as a beginner. I'm going to give you some reasons on why I picked these as my top 4 things to focus on as a beginner, and give you some advice. So let's get started. All right, guys, first of all, I'm going to be reading this from a paper on my motorcycle tank. Let me take this turn real quick. Reason being is because I'm trying to focus on the road and make this fun, you know? So, that's a nice turn. So the first thing you want to understand is you want to be a sponge. You want to learn anything you can with your fingers, make it make sense. You don't have to have the right fingering. You don't have to have everything sounding perfect, but you want to be a sponge and just learn things that make sense. And the reason for that is because songs are not made with beginners in mind. You know, everybody knows Smoke in the Water by Deep Purple, dan, 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 so on and so forth. A lot of people can play that song just by chance for beginners. All songs have easy and hard parts to it. So as a beginner, I don't want you to focus on, I have to learn all of this Metallica song or all this whatever song it may be. Instead, switch it to, maybe I could learn one chord. Maybe I can learn a snippet of the solo. Maybe I can learn blah, 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 blah. If you can grab one thing from it, though, that is better than nothing. And that little thing you grabbed will transfer over to another song in time. It doesn't mean you're a failure or anything like that. This is how I learned. I learned before the internet. I had to sit there with tapes. I had to sit there with CDs. I had to sit there with my friends. I had to sit there and figure it out piece by piece. Just because there's internet and there's people teaching online doesn't mean you're going to move faster. It's about how you work it into yourself. So be a sponge, take your time, and start learning. Let's look at this next one real quick. You know, I better take this turn real quick, actually, before I look down. I don't want to crash. Here, because I'm turn free, guys. All right. Here we go, one more. All right, so reason number 2. Use different sources. YouTube's, books, Facebook forums, Reddit pages, guitar tabs. I know I said earlier, you don't need to be using all this stuff, but it depends on how you use it. If you're using it wrong and you're just taking in information and not learning the information, then that's where you're going wrong. But the reason for that is people learn and people teach differently. And for that reason, you may be trying to learn from one person and you're like, I don't get it, or he's moving too fast, or he's moving too slow. Try different sources, try different people until you find something that works for you. Good example is me. I picked up a book that was teaching about general information. Part of it was on chords. Both books did it. One was from an individual that had a country background. One was from an individual that had a rock background. It made more sense for me with the rock background because I was a rock player. And just the way he explained it in general made it easier for me to understand. So that gave me a better perspective of what I was trying to learn. And that's what's important, and that's what helped me move forward. Number 3, use watered down versions of songs or tabs and play with covers. So what I mean by that is if you type in easy way to play this song, easy way to play that song, and if it's still too hard, pick pieces off of it. It doesn't mean you suck. It just means you're learning. But once you grab some of that information, grab a cover online somewhere, somebody may be playing it. It doesn't matter if you're playing it exactly like him, but try to line up what you're learning. Try to find that rhythm. Try to figure out how they're lining up with the song. That in general will make you a better player, and it's going to be tough at first, for sure. But by doing that, it'll make you a better player. Even if you're using just one finger for every single note, or if you're playing a flute and you're just keying it or shadowing it or whatever. You don't have to have it perfect, guys, to advance. You just have to be a sponge and learn little things and start applying. Now, this last one is most important, okay? Understanding the process and moving forward. It's gonna be slow. It's gonna be frustrating. It's gonna take a while. And the reason for that, guys, the biggest reason I want you to understand for everything, if you watch this video, is for this reason. Music is its own language. And as its own language, you have to learn the vowel system. You have to learn how to say words, sentences, paragraphs. Speaking through your hands on any instrument takes time, takes years, takes decades to get fully functional to where you want to be. And your goals may change and vary as you get better. But understanding that it is its own language is vital to grow. And forgiving yourself for the failures, for the frustrations, for all the trials and tribulations is the most important thing you can do. Because if not, you're going to fail and you're going to give up, man. And that's what I do not want to see you do. All right, guys, I hope that helped you. I'm going to leave you with a little music as I hit this freeway on this next part real quick. Oh, we got a green light. So I'm going to cue up the music, guys. It's a song I wrote. I don't know which one I'm throwing on. Just enjoy it. And I will catch you on the next one.